Today we are talking about the single most useful upgrade to your Glock 19 that you carry in an appendix holster. It is the striker control device from the Towel Development Group. Are you ready? Stand by. Welcome back to the Humble Marksman channel. I'm David and I'll be your guide in pursuit of practical pistol proficiency. And today we're talking about something that really fills a need in the market. One of the biggest criticisms of the Glock platform is that there are no external safeties or ways to prevent Glock leg, if you will. And I know immediately a bunch of you are going to jump into the comments and say, "This is my safety."
Well, it's my safety, sir.
And while that is true, having another layer of a passive option to prevent inadvertent discharge upon holstering is nothing but a good idea, specifically as it relates to the appendix carry crowd. And the risks of appendix carry are going to come as a surprise, least of all to those of you who actually do it, but the muzzle of the gun is going to be in proximity of your femoral artery, and it's the reason that a lot of people have pause with appendix carry. And if you need a solid appendix carry holster, this is the Singleton from Harry's Holsters. I've got a discount code of 10%, the Humble Marksman at checkout, and you can get a really solid, awesome concealed carry holster right there for not a terrible amount of money. And just because some of you guys are really big on safety, this is in fact an unloaded gun. However, I am pointing in a safe direction. So that said, the way that this device works is it links the rear cover plate of the slide to the actual trigger. And since Glocks actually are double action striker fire guns, as you pull the trigger to the rear, you can kind of see it flapping there. If I put my thumb on it, you can see my thumb wiggle. It actually allows you to feel the trigger moving to the rear with your thumb on the rear slide plate. But when you actually go to shoot the gun, it just kind of flaps in the wind like you're seeing there. It's a little bit distracting to people who don't know what they're looking at, but it adds a wonderful, wonderful bit of functionality to the gun, so you can effectively hammer check your Glock as you go to holster it. So if something does work its way into the trigger guard, you're going to feel it on your thumb so you can make sure that you're not going to have issues. And where this becomes ideal is if you need to holster within an automobile or seated for any reason. If you're holstering in the dark and even looking your gun into the holster, can't guarantee that a zipper is not going to find its way into the path between the gun and the holster. And any other manner of times when you're holstering potentially in a high stress situation where you can't look the gun into the holster, having just that extra little bit of safety is going to help. This has been a thing in the primary and secondary community for years now. They've been a pretty big fan of this kind of functionality for the Glock pistols. I picked this one up on the Black Friday sale that they had. It was, I think, 25% off. It's not cheap. It's about $100 full price, but they do some sales throughout the year, so maybe just keep an eye on it. But for Glocks that you're going to carry, this is pretty much as essential as upgrading the sights in my mind. But I'm curious what you think. Sound off in the comments below if this is something that you'd be interested in on your Glocks, or if you think it's just another part that's going to break, kind of like electronic sights. I'm curious where the general population sort of lands on this one. Since I'm at the range today and in a bit of a hurry, no subscriber jokes today, just know that I cherish the sacred bond between I, the content creator, and you, the subscriber. Check out the links in the description. Got a link to Big Daddy Unlimited. $1 gets you your first month where you can get access to wholesale type pricing in a Second Amendment Buyers Club, which is pretty interesting. And then check out the link to my Patreon. $1 gets you 3 to 5 posts per week. If you've made it this far, please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you hadn't already, and check out this video that YouTube thinks you'll enjoy. And I've picked this random one for you as well, which should be fun. Appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you on the next one.